Hey guys, welcome back to Girl, Geek, and Gay. Lately, this conversation has kind of come up, in and out, in the background.
Yeah,
you know, we've talked about aliens and Jaime's fourth encounter. Wait, encounter
of the fourth kind. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's butt stuff, isn't it?
Oh, what is it?
I think the first kind is like when you just hear them or
so
see
the
them.
Fourth kind is when they probe you.
Yeah.
How? Why?
I don't know.
Why is that a thing?
I'm not that kind of alien.
Wow, you're just a racist one.
Yes.
I didn't know. I thought Encounter of the Fourth Kind was an alien reference. I did not know it was like a probing reference.
No, because I think each one is a different interaction with aliens. So there's the first kind, the second kind, third kind, and fourth kind.
So you could say Encounter of the First Kind, and it would be alien reference.
Yes, yeah, because they're all kinds of encounters.
Oh,
right? Am I getting this wrong?
I don't know, bro. I've never heard this Fourth Kind. No, that's a movie. I was trying to Google it.
Yeah, everything I'm getting is the movie.
But then would it be a movie about like probing? Was that the movie?
Well, no, in the movie they get kidnapped, I think, or abducted.
Okay. So maybe that's what the Fourth Kind. We're talking about aliens.
Like real aliens or like movie
aliens?
Well, like the movie Alien?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so
Megan.
this is
welcome back.
Thank you.
This is our split of the show, like Jose mentioned, and the topic is aliens. So we talked about an encounter of the Fourth Kind.
What the fuck is that?
That's exactly our question.
I think it's butt stuff.
I don't think it's butt stuff. I don't think it's butt stuff.
I'm about to have an encounter of the Fourth Kind tonight.
That's the furry stuff.
That's the furry stuff?
That's the furries kind?
Yeah, the furries, like when you're having sex with the furry.
No, because I think the first kind is like you see them, you see the lights in the sky or something. The second kind is
where did you get this from? Like, are you just making this up?
This is all. It's all right. A lot of this is from memory.
Maybe it's.
Oh
no! When they they abduct you and then they that's what maybe it's abduction then and they just
because I think that's talking about the movie where through hypnosis that you're able to. I think it's just abduction. That's what it is.
Yeah, but you're talking about
kind
butt stuff, bro.
Well, you know what they're doing in there.
No.
You know what they're doing in there.
It's the fourth kind every time.
If you're being brought into the if you're being brought into the craft, you're putting out.
Jose.
Okay. Yeah. See?
So you see it. The first kind is see it. Because I don't know.
We need to get Adolfo on mic.
Yeah. Well, he had one. Oh, but anyway. So that's it. What about the fourth? You didn't get to the fourth. I did. It was abduction. So it's either hypnosis or abductions. That's two different things.
All right.
No, it's abduction. It says,
okay.
So I'm going by Wiki, right? It
says,
Wiki's always right.
Close encounters of the fourth kind. A close encounter of the fourth kind is a UFO event in which the human is abducted by the UFO or its occupants.
So butt stuff.
Yes.
Stop.
To
abducting
alien probes. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, does it say that? I'm like, okay, if it says that it's different, this is a fantasy of yours.
Okay, why are they
you want to get abducted and have butt stuff happen to you?
That's what it is. It's science, man.
You would really know.
It's science. I'm a Leo, I know.
But why wouldn't they? Okay. Shut up. First of all, yes.
Wait,
you're correct about that.
Hey, shut up, both of you.
Okay.
All right. And it says the fourth kind should refer to cases when witnesses experience a transformation of their sense of reality. So as to also include non-abduction cases where absurd, hallucinatory, or dreamlike events are associated with the UFO encounters. So semi what he's saying as well.
Yeah. Okay. So like they manipulate your thoughts.
Yeah, or like The Simpsons where they just pour alcohol all over you, so nobody will believe you.
Yeah, that's funny. They just drop you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they drop off Homer and like he's like, I just had an alien encounter, and they're like, okay, like woo.
I would like to drink that alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. So butt stuff. Got it.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, so you had your encounter, right? I mean, it was the first kind, but they're working their way up to the fourth.
Wow, it's probably wait. What's the second?
They're whining and dining you.
What about the second kind then? Okay, so
I think the first kind is like you see the lights in the sky or something,
okay.
and then
so we just heard a noise. The first kind is so it's
so
the zero.
you're not even rounding the bases.
The airplane thing.
Yeah, he heard an airplane and he didn't know what it
No,
was.
we did not. Okay.
Oh, it is technically UFO if you couldn't identify
We
the
couldn't
flying
identify it.
object.
Yeah, see? Exactly. And I wasn't the only one there. It wasn't only me. In fact, he's probably the one that freaked out the most about it. I'm just saying. And he's all of a sudden...
blame the guy that doesn't have a mic.
Now he's not a reliable source is what you're saying. Wow.
Yeah, blame the guy that doesn't have a mic.
Anyway, it was a very unusual situation. We weren't able to explain it. I expected to see a UFO. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. It was weird. And then I have a recording of it, and Jose still doesn't believe me.
I couldn't hear anything.
I get you. It was a little difficult. There was like flickering lights. There was a rat passing by. Yeah, there was a rat passing by. It was so random.
I heard the little pitter patter.
Yeah, and then after that, it was the whooshing and woofing passing by.
So yours is like a
first kind. Except no lights.
Just sound.
Just sound. It was bizarre. It was bizarre, especially in the situation.
But this is only when there's airplanes about to come by, right?
No.
That's what Adolfo said.
No,
that was exactly what Adolfo said when we talked about it last week.
What Adolfo said. He was theorizing.
Just earlier you were calling him.
Look, you need to make up. Are you on his side or my side right now?
Just earlier you were calling him a reliable source.
I was being sarcastic. That's what he believed.
Chemtrails.
And it makes noises, apparently. See, that's a little far-fetched for me. I'm saying...
Doppler effect, man.
What?
Doppler effect.
So you just think it's gas that's, like, passing in between buildings.
Noisy gas.
You've been there.
We've all had that.
Yeah, most of you. Okay, sure.
That's what happens with butt stuff.
Well, this is a fantasy of yours. We can make this happen for you. I'm just saying.
My.
Megan's
I don't want
here
you to think I'm easy.
I don't want to be here.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it was bizarre, right? And again, it was unexplained. We didn't know what was going on. We've been trying to rationalize it ever since, which is why we've come to different conclusions. We're obviously in a flight path. Again, I still go back to the theory that it was like a jet, but those. What do you call those jets that people can't see? Like there's the stealth jets. There you go. That's stupid. The stealth jets.
You know the stealthy ones.
The ones that like are invisible. Anyway,
Wonder Woman's plane.
Yeah, and then you could just see Wonder Woman floating by.
And when you watch the cartoon, it's just the outline of it.
So yeah, to me it was like a stealth jet, because again, like we're not too far from San Diego, where there's like military bases and stuff like that too. We are in a flight path, which Cal State, like Long Beach, is kind of a flight path because we have an airport. So there's a lot. To me, it was like a stealth jet, and maybe they practice runs around that time that we go running. It's always like around 8 to 8:30 that we've heard it. So that was the
aliens are punctual.
Yes, but you notice how I'm trying to be rational. No, you're a fucking liar. Yeah, that's how you.
They don't know
this. I'll pick you up at 10, Megan.
I said 10:30.
No,
it's
right here. It says fucking 10 o'clock.
I told you 11.
You said 11. Yeah, and then it became 11:30.
This fool left this house at like 10.
10:15.
10 something, and then he was at my house by like maybe like 10:45.
Yeah, that's the usual. He's always like, I'm here on time, and it's like 10:02.
That
when
counts.
You're supposed to be here. No, it fucking doesn't. It fucking doesn't.
Why not? There's
you're supposed to be that punctual.
I want to hit you so hard in your stupid face right now. Oh my god.
Guys, aliens.
I mean, we're recording this, right?
Aliens.
Gotta do it for me.
Oh my god.
You've been on the OF.
Do you guys remember this little? Well, you guys remember Mars Attacks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really liked that movie. It was so stupid. It was so crazy and stupid. I liked it. Yeah.
Keep going.
No, you're gonna record me.
It reminds me of this other one, a video game on the Xbox or the PlayStation. I can't remember.
Destroy All Humans.
Oh yeah, that video game was a lot of fun. You used to probe people too in that one.
Butt stuff.
Yes. Yeah, and were there cows in it? Or am I tripping?
Yes, there were.
Yeah, was that what happened to me?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh,
that's
soon.
the next.
He's like, that's why we keep going back.
That's phase. Yeah, that's phase 4. We're only on phase 1 right now. We can barely see them. So
He's like, we're just talking.
We're just talking. First base.
But I think it's serious.
The odds are improving. So phase 4 by next January-ish.
Wow, things are going really.
Your
slow.
birthday.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about aliens? Like. Yeah, just a general idea about aliens.
I think that there's I would say it's a very real situation, right? Like to me, it's real, right? Like I think that we're the only things that exist in the universe, and beyond, is a little like self-centered, of the human race. So I think that there's definitely a possibility that we can get and may have been visited at times, across different points, So that's my general thought, is that it's a very real situation. I just wish there was more actual proof.
So you think there's more intelligent life out there than just different types of life in the universe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What? Yes, intelligent life. Yes.
Because you said they visited, so they obviously have the ability to travel between galaxies.
Yeah, and I think that's what even would go back to even the fact that sometimes we can't identify certain things or even visually see certain things. This takes me back to a story that I heard like when I was in high school or something like that. That like back when there was indigenous people in let's say for example the U.S. I'm not sure if it was the U.S. or not, right? That they for the longest did not know or could not see like
the curvature of the Earth
or a ship. Actually, like a boat, right, that was coming to the island, to where they were, to the U.S., right? They could not see it because it was something that they could never process in their brain because it had never existed.
So it's
before.
Like they're not really looking for it.
They're not really looking for it.
It's like if we were to bring an airplane back to, let's say maybe, I don't know, like 1700s,
something,
right?
Yeah.
Or let's say it's even further back, so let's say like 1600s.
Yeah.
And they saw that, they'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to process the idea, what they're seeing. So thus, it almost becomes kind of invisible. Maybe because you know how like we also try to rationalize things that we see in like let's say flooring and it looks like a face, or toast and it looks like a face, right?
And that's all because of evolution.
Yeah, it's because of evolution, right? And so you associate it to something that to you is the closest thing that you can associate it with, right? So I imagine that it could be like that with aliens, right? Like we try to associate like a UFO as maybe a spaceship or an airplane, right? But what if it's not like that at all? Like it's just what we're trying to place, that or the closest thing that we have to place on top of it,
or if they just
to picture
teleport in like Reed Richards.
Yeah. No, what if it's just like a hole?
What if they could fucking teleport in like and they're just like, the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
There was I remember reading about early religions, and one of them was I think it's Mesopotamian religion, where it describes God as living in a floating city in the sky. And whenever God would visit them, he would come out of a smaller floating city and come down to Earth to talk with the people.
I think that's it.
Aliens.
Okay, so it's either Mesopotamian, Indian, or Sumerian. It's
Sumerian.
one of those.
It's Sumerian.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey,
and
baby.
and so like it's like in relation to possibly aliens. Is that what you're saying? Oh.
And
extraterrestrials.
I think that, and I think that maybe possibly everything that has quote unquote all this mythology could have came from that. Because I mean, what if aliens really did? I mean, what if the quote unquote gods really lived on Mount Olympus and it was just like that's where they parked their ship?
And it was a ship, and they saw it as like rocks because they couldn't understand the technology. So to them, it looked like rocks or stone or a cloud
or maybe even aerial battles, and what you're seeing is dragons.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Like stuff like that, because they talk about how these dragons have skin that you can't pierce.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a cool idea. It really is.
And we can understand that now from our perspective because we see how things have evolved, from the time, well, if you believe in that, right? Have evolved from like, to like airplanes.
I believe in evolution.
I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying other people don't. So, yeah, Megan.
Not me.
I didn't say you.
I believe in science. I've heard your take on science. I'm good.
Okay. We're talking about aliens right now. Extraterrestrials.
Evolution is science, bitch.
I believe in evolution, too. Did somebody tell you that I don't believe in evolution?
Yeah, we went through this whole thing.
I believe that we rode dinosaurs. I actually think that's really cool.
They lived alongside people.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just again, well, even if you like picture like a movie like The Eternals, right, where they're kind of aliens, right, because they're AI.
Oh yeah. They're not of this earth, so.
Yeah. So the way their technology worked, right, their giant spaceship that was flying by, the way that they would help people, like you said, the different things, like when they were even fighting the bad things. I don't remember what they're called.
The deviants.
Deviants, yes.
Yeah, because you're trying to explain something with the vocabulary that you have. You're trying to explain something you've never seen with vocabulary that you have.
And the understanding.
Yeah, and
yeah,
exactly. I'm I agree with you when it comes to there has to be something out there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about actual aliens. You know, like the when it comes to them visiting us and having contact with Earth
Why?
and all that.
Like, you don't know how you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know because I don't feel like. I guess whenever it comes to these quote unquote alien stories, they're just.
There's not enough to go by, and I understand that.
Yeah,
Because,
so-
like, for instance, right? Because I do believe in, like, let's say UFOs, and, like, basically UFOs is just an unidentified flying object, right?
Or AUPs.
Because when
UAPs.
I was little, we did have like we had the RCA baby, all right. So our
I
shit
can't
was
imagine you as a
potato
child.
quality. I just look like this, but just shorter,
Just slightly smaller.
just shorter. That's it. And then I just grew up to myself. But I look the same. I'll show you a picture later. Anyways,
Can't wait.
so basically,
That was weird.
No, because I'm just picturing
that's
little,
weird, dude. That's
just
me as a
picturing like little
child.
Megan. Like that just sounds so.
We should just stick to
Adorable.
extraterrestrials for now. Aliens.
Ew. Anyways, creep.
Damn, you guys took it that way.
But yeah, so like when I was a kid, we would be outside and we would see things like flying that are not ships. They're not like airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they would stay stationary in one area, and we would just be like, "What the fuck is that? Why is it so stationary?" You know, it could have been anything. Don't get me wrong. You know, and
Satellites.
it could have been whatever, you know, like we don't know,
Yeah.
but it was stationary, and that happened multiple times, like throughout my childhood,
Where did you grow up?
right in Compton.
Oh, in Compton.
Yeah, in
Oh,
Compton.
crazy. Uh-huh.
So, but the thing is that like, cause my grandma was like, at one point she was like, maybe we're fucking calling them, because my grandma is like old school Mexican, you know. She was like, maybe we're, because we used to have we had cable, and we had that big ass satellite dish that looked like a fucking like alien caller.
Try to call aliens.
Yeah, and it was
It looked like the thing that came out of Cartman's butt.
yeah, it was huge. Like it
God.
was.
I like to sing it.
Like the like. It's her singing. It was like the base of it was like this thick, and then it would go up and then fan out. Like, all
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, you guys are rich in
Yeah,
Compton.
my grandma was.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so like she like, and then you would change the channel and be like,
Oh my
and I used to,
God,
like, watch
oh
it,
my
like, what the fuck?
See, for us, it was more like Married with Children's Fox viewing positions.
Yeah.
You
Pull
guys
out
are like this.
the call hangers. The call hangers.
No, we had the actual.
We had the dials.
We had the actual
Excuse the fuck
big
out of
ass
me.
satellite dish thing, and it would just like, you
Yeah.
know? And so,
We were calling it with our satellites.
yeah, that's my grandma's
Yeah.
like, well, maybe it's attracting because there's like radio waves or whatever that's going through. And I was like, well, when I was a kid, I don't know what the fuck that is. And then, but you know, now I think about it, I'm like, damn, grandma, you're smart.
Yeah.
But you know, but we would have like things that would like appear overhead and just be stationary. So we didn't know what that was, and then they would just disappear. So we're like, what the fuck is that? You know? So I was always raised with that like concept of like, okay, there's aliens. There are things that we can't explain coming to visit us.
Yeah.
Even with like ghosts and hauntings and stuff like that, I believe in that because fuck, dude, like there was some shit that was happening at my grandma's house that was just incredible, you know?
Yeah.
So, but going back to the alien things, like, you know, I remember when I was a kid, we would see things like that. And they
Yeah.
actually like had like that big ass RCA, is it RCA or
Yeah,
RBC? RBC?
Yeah, RCA.
RBC?
That camera.
Yeah, that big ass camera, the one that's like this, and we're gonna launch
That-
something at them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do believe in all that stuff, and I do believe that like if there's anything that's more, let's say, okay, so let's take humans for example, right? We're trying to figure out ways to get out there. We're not trying to stay here, right? We're trying to go
Expand.
to the moon. We're trying to go further than that. We're even sending robots out there, right?
Yeah.
What makes us think that, let's say there is not a more advanced human, or not human, let's just say a civilization, right? A more advanced civilization, they're going to try to get out there and expand. They're not going to try to stay in their area. They're going to see what's going on in the universe.
Right.
So if there's something more advanced than us, which I hope there is because humans are trash, that they are trying to advance like that. You know, they're trying to come here, they're trying to visit, but they're still trying to stay hidden because when you go to a new society, okay, let's say they're observing us, we're fucking disgusting. We try to kill everything.
Yeah.
We try to kill everything.
fuck
We try to fuck everything, or we try to eat it. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie, or maybe both at the same time. We don't fucking know.
All.
Yeah. So there's things like that. That's scary. Look at
Yeah.
us as a society. We're really scary
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there probably are creatures coming over here.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know. You know. So, in reality, even if they aren't or whatever, I still like to believe that there are. You know.
I've seen some really cool, like, obviously they're not really documentaries, but more like just ideas of what could exist on other, like, life forms that could exist on other planets. And I like where they go with it, just because because we were talking about like how life exists in various different parts. Maybe we weren't talking about that. I might have seen that on YouTube or something like that. But that life can pretty much find a way to exist almost in any type of condition.
Life finds a way.
Yeah. So in any type of condition, and like you see a lot of really crazy ideas of like how like different animals can exist. Some of them could be even like they look similar to what we have. People think that like even like, for example, one of the things growing up when I was a kid was a lot of talks of the chupacabras.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes me back to the 90s because, well, we're all from like we all kind of grew up in the 90s, right? Oh my god. Anyway, it takes me back to that time because there's a lot of UFO and like a lot of chupacabras talk at that time too. And I think that's where like a fear of aliens like kind of comes from too, is like this idea of like this creature, like an alien creature, like for some reason is going around eating all these goats and chickens and stuff, and then like obviously Univision and all these channels.
Just wait till they discover flan.
There you go. But they
better not.
The chupa flan bros.
Oh my god. but it was just, I remember seeing pictures of like this like creature with like spikes almost and like big like red eyes, and it's kind of green in color. It was so interesting, but really creepy at the same time. And as a kid, I think again that creates this fear of like this whole unknown thing that you have. Like I remember we would drive from Arizona, or we would drive from like Bakersfield sometimes because we have family in Bakersfield, and then we had family in Arizona. So we would drive through the deserts, and I used to hate driving through there at night because everything was so dark. And then you could just see the sky. There's like lots of stars. So I'm like trying to look at the stars, make sure nothing's moving, because I didn't want to freak out, but I also didn't want to see the chupacabras anywhere, But I do remember like having that fear, like as a kid, because it's just what's pushed into your mind, about it,
Yeah. To your point of the chupacabra, it does beg to differ.
Cabras.
I mean,
because there was multiple cabras that it would eat.
I thought
It wasn't just one. It wouldn't just eat one.
But its name, yeah, okay.
It was chupapollos también. That sounds really bad. You're nasty.
I rented that.
Nasty. Oh my god. Wait, you're nasty. Who are you today? This weather gets you all warm. Gay. Anyway.
No, but there are always theories that cryptids are aliens. So even things like Bigfoot, maybe
That's
being
not
an
alien.
How do you know though?
I wouldn't think so. I think
But see,
it's just some
you're
kind of
saying
like
it like if it's
non-evolution
fact.
shit. It's fact. Fuck you. It's fact.
It's because she's a Capricorn.
Yes, I just read that about myself.
She's
Good
a
for me.
chupacabra.
Oh my god.
That's
I'm proud of that.
Capricorn.
fucking disgusting.
I stand by it.
But
I hope you get destroyed by a cryptid. I hope they come and like smash you.
I like when you talk dirty.
oh my god. I want to see you getting smashed too, though. So,
Oh my god. I want to go home. I'm hungry.
stop.
No, but it definitely is like what
Wait, why would Bigfoot be a cryptid? Not a cryptid. Alien.
some people do.
Who says that?
People,
Who?
fucking people.
Fucking bring them to me right now.
Like right now.
Yes, I need
I mean,
to know.
I'll text them.
Go ahead, please.
I'll see where they're
Some
at.
bullshit.
Send out a mass email.
But then
Oh my God.
why? Okay, so if they say that Bigfoot's in it, could be an alien, right? Why? So what is the theory behind why we can't really see or have seen it?
Because it's not always on
Correctly.
Earth,
We
or
have.
So it just jumps through portals or something, or what? Is that the
Possibly,
theory?
why not?
I'm asking because I don't know.
haven't really.
You don't have him really?
I don't really haven't.
What?
Haven't really
That's
done
a lot.
A lot of research.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I haven't. For me, the ideas of alien, because what you were talking about, the way life evolves, it does evolve for its environment. So there has to be something that can live in an environment that we can't, right?
Yeah.
And that's a cool idea to me. Like there has to. And then the question is, then would they travel to, like, would Earth be habitable to them?
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe they have technologies to make it not so they're okay to be here. You know
Yeah,
what I
so
mean?
so like just the astronauts do it,
exactly,
basically.
just like when we go to like space, we have something to make it habitable to us. You know what I mean?
I remember hearing a theory once about grays. You know the grays, right?
Yeah.
The what?
Jaime, the
The
grays.
Grays?
The gray, yeah, like the little gray aliens
Oh.
with the big heads. And
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're
Grays?
called the
Okay.
grays.
The oval eyes.
Well,
cute.
because you know how I've heard a theory that those aren't really the aliens, but they're actually quote unquote like
The suits?
like cyborgs or even the
Oh.
suits. Or not cyborgs. Sorry, the
Like Avatar kind of.
yeah. So that's what they use to walk around the Earth and kind of they're their version of the Mars rover.
Okay,
You know?
so why not? You know what I mean? Like,
But why make them-
why not? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it looks not.
I was gonna say, why make them look like almost humanoid? You know,
Well,
like
it is.
why?
I
Maybe
guess
to
we
quote
can.
unquote blend in.
Yeah.
Maybe because if you see somebody walking on two legs, you kind of like dismiss it. Maybe.
Yeah, little person. Like it could be perceived as like a little person, I guess too. Because most of the time they are like they show them as like shorter creatures, right? Yeah.
Like they're, I guess, I just see. I don't understand why not. You know,
Yeah,
that's
no, it's a good
possible
point.
to me.
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
all
like,
possible, yeah.
Because we wouldn't want to go somewhere and just be like, well, we're gonna just throw ourselves into it.
Yeah,
You know, as
yeah.
where we have like the rover, right?
Yeah.
Like we have a little car.
Yeah, that's
you
what I was
know?
gonna say. Our idea of being able to travel on a different planet is a vehicle,
Yeah.
right? Their idea is almost as a creature. So, and again, we can't process. Well, I can't process that thought because of the way that our brains work. To like, well, the way that the only way that we understand this is to be able to control a robot, a machine, right? That to them, it's like they can control a being, you know, or something. You know,
Maybe
that's
it's a
really
machine.
interesting. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe it is.
Maybe
yeah.
it's a machine.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just a form of a
We
machine that they
just-
did.
We don't understand the machinery.
Yeah.
That's
What if
the
it's
thing.
in their likeliness too? Like, what if it just looks like them? Who knows? You know, like it just looks like them, but that's the only way they can put themselves here is in a
Because
machine.
then they'll die.
yeah.
Yeah, because even you've mentioned that usually whenever we see aliens on TV, they're always,
humanoidish.
yeah,
Yeah.
they walk on two legs.
Yeah.
They stand up straight.
Well,
Not
and
aliens.
in Doctor Who specifically. Yeah.
The Doctor Who is very much that.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
alien, though. He's pretty
The
crazy looking.
xenomorph, yeah, but he still stands on two legs.
feet.
Has
But he looks
two
like
arms.
a snake.
Wait, Alien? Or are you talking about
Yeah,
the
the
xenomorph?
xenomorph.
Okay, yeah. I really like the design of the
It's really
the
cool, yeah.
xenomorph. It's really crazy.
It's like a snake-looking thing.
Yeah. I think it gets a little complicated when, like, with the face huggers and then the ones that jump out of your body and stuff like that. They're all itself, right? And it eventually becomes like the
The adult
giant.
thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I wish I understood more how it happened, and I think I only saw it in the Alien movie Prometheus. I think we kind of
the
saw an
babies,
example.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, where it evolved.
I've never seen Prometheus.
You've never seen
I've never
Prometheus?
seen Prometheus.
It's not bad.
It's actually really good.
Really?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I hear conflicting reports.
Really?
It's
I liked it.
honestly not bad.
Yeah.
So it's I was going with then again I was going into it like
Yeah.
it's gonna be terrible. No.
It's
was
actually
entertaining.
and it's a deeper dive. I feel like into like
The lore?
the lore, but also like the creatures. Like I don't think you would really even understand. Like I didn't really understand like how they evolved and became a certain way of being. But it was really like I liked it. It was a different pace from like the original Alien movies too. Yeah, but it was interesting.
It's more story.
Wow.
I would definitely like to check that out. I like that.
Yeah.
The lore, the diving into different civilizations, seeing
Yeah.
how they evolve, like what they started off at and what they end up becoming.
Yeah.
Like all of that's super interesting to me.
Yeah.
Aliens are, and there are different times because I remember there being little life forms, like little bacteria that was found outside the International Space Station.
Right.
you know?
Right.
And it's like, how is this life coming out from?
Yeah.
Like, what is it evolving out of? You know,
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah, freaking Venom.
And people are now talking about all of the quote unquote videos that have been released and
Oh,
the government declassifying files and stuff.
I'm reading
Yeah.
one right now.
I've gone through some of those, and it's like they're like, oh, this is definitive proof that aliens exist, and I've read them, and I'm just like,
They're written more like papers, kind of, not like as in like, okay, this is what's happening.
yeah, and a lot of it is we don't know what that is.
yeah.
And there was one video where like it shows something that was flying by super fast, like
Yeah,
right.
they're kinda
And-
flying with it, no? Yeah.
No. Like this is flying over it, and they see it just flying the other way super fast.
Oh, okay.
Right. And I started watching this YouTube channel with guys that just go through videos and they're special effects artists, and they just go through videos and tell you like, oh, this is how this could be done. And the way they did that, they're like, oh, it could have been a bird going the other way,
Yeah.
but with the craft moving that quick, you know, you see it. So they kind of recreated that and sure, like with a stationary object, and they like it was exactly the same.
Yeah.
So like it's likely a bird.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
you know, you look at it and that's, you know, you just see it kind of in passing.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the same time, like, why? I don't understand people that always do that. You always have to find logic in something. Like, why can't you just, like, why can't it be the possibility of it being something else? Like, it always has to be a bird. It always has to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Because how many times
Because-
is it a bird?
See, this is why I don't freaking like believe everything. Like, okay, I'm not jumping to like the whole conclusion that can't be, you know. Like, I'm just saying that some things are just not explained,
Yeah.
and this goes through actually living things, you know. And I'm not saying particularly with aliens because I don't know, you know. That's kind of fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
But let's just say like hauntings, right? Like, I remember one time, again, my grandma's house is freaking something, right? But we're in the kitchen and we're all talking, kind of hanging out, right? And my grandma had, like, we used to go thrifting a lot. So we had like this, it was like a tree, like, you know those tree things that you could put mugs on?
Yes.
And the mugs kind of hang there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the mugs, it had like a weird clicking clown on it, right?
Oh god.
And it starts swinging back and forth. Just that mug, not the other ones. You would think if it was like an earthquake, because we were like, well, maybe it's an earthquake. Like, we have an aftershock. We live in California, of course, right? Nothing else is swinging except that mug. No one is standing on that side of the kitchen. Everyone's sitting at the table. We're all kind of just sitting, talking, facing each other. And we look over, and this thing is just kind of swinging back and forth, right?
Crazy.
There's no reason for it. There's no, oh, well, maybe this could have, okay, if a gust of wind came, how come the one on top of it wasn't swinging?
Yeah.
How come the one below wasn't swinging?
Yeah.
If it's an earthquake, nothing else is moving, nothing else on the rack is shaking, right? Except for that one mug that's just swinging back and forth, right? So again, this is a lived experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, it's kind of like, well, things could happen. Not everything is explained.
Yeah.
Sure, it could have been a bird. Of course, you know, anything is possible. But it also could have been something else. You know, you weren't there to live that experience, you know, and just for people to just kind of just throw it out there like, well, everything can be explained. Okay, well, explain fucking that.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
not. It's not
Yeah.
a remote control thing. We're not living. We're not those people. You know,
Yeah.
we're living in the fucking little house and just talking. Has nothing to do with anything.
Why is
Yeah.
that light
You know?
swaying now?
Because Megan is moving
Because
and there's
I'm
a
moving.
wire.
Oh, okay. I thought it was ghosts.
See? Things can be explained.
Shut up,
And,
Jose.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm totally agnostic when it comes to aliens. Like, I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it is. I
Same,
don't
same.
know.
I don't know, but I also don't want everything to be like.
Well, there's an
everything
answer
has
for
to
it,
be,
yeah.
You know.
Though
you know
everything
what I mean?
does have to have an answer.
We just
That's it. Like,
we
sometimes
don't.
I'm
that-
saying
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it has to be explained in our like how we want it to be explained. You know, we want that to be a bird. We want that to be that. You know,
Yeah.
and not everything is going to be that way.
Yeah, and no, and like all these guys do, they'll watch a video and be like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, can we recreate it?" And they do. And
Fuck
they're
that,
like,
yeah.
"Okay, like if we can recreate it, like these are the possibilities of what it could have been." And they're like, "Oh, it's more likely that there is a bird flying in the sky under an aircraft than it's an alien."
Okay.
You know? Like that's what it is.
It's
And-
understandable in that sense
Yeah.
when you say it's more likely. I get it.
And they do it a lot, especially with like ghost videos, and it's really fun to see because like sometimes you'll see something like, oh, that's really cool, and like there was one where like it's a camera, and all of a sudden you see kind of like smoke coming down, right? And it looks like it's an alien. And the guy he's like, oh no, like look, if you look at it on the other side, like it's dust coming off of the awning that's above it. Because and then once you notice it, like you see the dust coming off from every side of that awning. But just that one part, just there was a lot of it, and you see it clearly, and people are like, oh, it's a ghost. I said, well, like the evidence shows otherwise, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And to me, that's interesting. I like having answers. I like knowing things.
And that's your problem. I think for the most part, that's why I hate you.
I'm good with that.
That's it. No.
He's like, how dare you know things? How dare you have questions?
But that's not it. It's not about you having questions. It's magic. It's about you wanting to just be more always on the whole, like, well, that has to be it. It has to be. And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be it, because not everything can be explained. Not everything can be.
You're right. Not everything can be explained, but you're able to hypothesize and see things and be like, well, it's more likely that it's this rather than that. You know? It's like, what's more likely, that an alien drove by under this craft, or that there was a bird in the sky under it?
No, fuck that bird. It was an alien.
Fuck it was an alien, I guess.
Oh my God.
One of the creepiest scary movies that I've ever seen, or alien scary movies, is The Fourth Kind. Have you guys seen that one?
Yes.
No.
I fucking hate that movie.
It's a mockumentary, though.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like none of that, and because they tell you it's a true story.
When they say,
not.
and then they supposedly use like clips from the audio and stuff like that.
Well, no, because they
say video, right?
Yeah,
too?
they put a video of side to side of like the actress and then the real person being possessed by an alien. Like what?
Well, the fourth kind level apparently being manipulated, but there was a really creepy, and the reason it was creepy, I know it's not like I knew it wasn't like a real.
I thought
thing.
It was, but I watched it when I was young.
Actually, and part of it, I was gonna say when like at first maybe I was like, is this shit for real? But then the more you like kind of realize it, but there's some really creepy shit that happened in it.
Mila
like,
Jovovich.
Yeah, I mean, she's the main actor. Like she's the main person in the story. Okay. And like he said, there's like a dual, like they're showing parts of the real footage and then showing the acting part of it too, right? So one of the creepiest things that happens in the movie is like where she gets like possessed by like aliens. She starts getting controlled and like almost like levitated or like off the bed. And then I just remember like there's this, her face like kind of almost transforms where her eyes go white and then her jaw drops like crazy. Like it just looks like a giant giant mouth thing. Oh, to this day, it creeps me the fuck out. No, like just thinking about that scene.
I do remember watching this movie, and I remember thinking, like, just my mouth agape going, why are we not talking about this more? Like, this is a real story.
Yeah.
They have footage.
Yeah.
Like, clear footage. It's not all grainy.
Yeah.
But no, they lied to me.
If it's not on the RVC camera, then it doesn't exist.
Well, it was like those old cameras that they were recording.
They did put like a filter.
Yeah. Very paranormal activity, even, in
I
the
hated
stand.
those movies.
I know you did.
God, I hated those movies.
Well, because nothing happened in them.
Nothing fucking happens in those movies.
Yeah.
Like Megan's mug movie is more than what happened in Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was scary. We weren't there. That shit was swinging on.
No, I believe you. I know Jose doesn't believe you. Sorry.
It's fine, but I mean, it fucking happened.
I definitely want to talk about ghosts next.
Ooh, we could do ghosts next week. Talk about experiences with that.
Yeah. That was what I was kind of going with.
I mean, you say you do want to. Okay, whatever.
Well, I don't want to talk about it because they're just gonna be like, "Well, you're a liar."
I'm not gonna call you a liar.
No, I think he'll call you a liar.
I would.
Again, there's no explanation for it.
Well, you're right. I have no explanation for it.
I can't really say. Like, again, we were looking at everything, and we're just like,
what if it was an air corridor, Megan?
Oh my god,
an air corridor.
Like a stream of air at that specific spot.
Yeah.
No. How? Okay, I'll take a picture of that.
No, I'm kidding.
Corner.
I'm totally kidding.
Can you take a picture anyway, though, and show us? Because I'm really curious.
I'll take a picture of the corner because they don't own the thing anymore. That was when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
But I'll take a picture of that corner
because it was haunted.
No, we threw away the fucking cup. Hell yeah, we threw away that fucking cup. God damn it, I fucked that shit. But
what?
Yeah, we threw it in the trash.
Oh, he said fuck that shit. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
But anyways, I'll take a picture of that corner so you can kind of see like there's no way.
I believe you.
Or anything like that. So, but anyways, yeah, because obviously my grandma still lives there. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know, it's just really weird. It's like a really vivid memory in my head. I'm like, damn, it scared me.
Yeah,
We'll
and
talk about it next time. But if you're gonna call me a liar, I won't talk about it. I won't say shit to you.
Damn it!
Talk
I
about
should
it
have chosen.
behind
I don't call you a liar.
I should have
I
chosen.
mean, I do call you a liar, but
all
not for
the
that.
time.
But not for that, you liar.
Well, see, there we go.
Don't lie.
My God.
But yeah, like I'm saying, there has to be life elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
There are billions and there are trillions of planets. There's billions of galaxies. There are even billions of habitable planets for humans. Life has to have evolved somewhere else.
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
That just logically, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Are we gonna go sing to aliens now, like Demi Lovato?
And that's why I want aliens to exist, because if they come here, I hope they blow up the whole fucking planet.
Oh my god, no!
Yeah, I'm
Like
not
in Mars
scared of that.
Attacks, I am.
I'm okay with
I don't want to die. Like Independence
Okay.
Day, I don't want to die. I like being alive. Well, you know, for now.
Okay.
Look at you. I love my
I
life.
don't want to die. Well, guess what, buddy? Rude awakening.
I
You're
love
gonna
you
die.
guys. You guys are amazing. I like knowing you
Oh my
guys.
God.
You
Aw,
know,
bitch.
and then movies like
This is why I want to die.
stop. Oh my god, because of me. Wow.
Too much bullshit.
Oh my god.
Too much affection in this
Wow.
world.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
Look at
blow
you
it
trying
up.
to be loving.
Oh my god.
Also, work's getting kind of slow, so
You're just trying to stimulate the economy.
Oh my god, what the fuck? That reminds me of a commercial on YouTube that I get sometimes. This lady is like, when the housing market crashed, I decided to go work for Rose Hills or whatever it was. It's like some cemetery. Oh, so you say people are fucking dying now because
Yeah.
that's fucking terrible. She was just like, I need to make money, so, so I'm going into that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
where
go
the job
sell.
is.
I'm gonna go sell fucking. But she just sounded
Plots?
very. No, she was gonna.
That's a good job.
She was gonna go sell graves.
Yeah, plots.
Yeah. Oh, plots.
Yeah,
I thought you
you're
said
like
pods.
no plots. You're
Oh,
you're a
plots.
broker, like a cemetery broker.
Oh my god.
It's a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Make a lot of money. Just throwing that.
People
Out
lost their houses and then they died.
there. Wow. Yeah.
Well, that's what
Well,
she made
she
it
gave
sound.
them a permanent home.
Right. Good for them. Look
Wow.
at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
You adapt to your environment.
So death is gonna be an episode too, then, huh?
That
That'd be
should
kind
be
of
an
cool.
episode.
Cool.
Yeah, because there's so much cool stuff. Like people, like science has shown how people's brains. Well, I mean, yeah, the way people's
I
brains
gotta
goes
talk
off,
to
and
you,
it
you
just,
guys about something off.
Oh,
I
and-
gotta talk to you guys something.
And then you could really
Okay.
tell us a lot. So.
I could tell you some stuff, but no, not too much pertaining to my job. But
No, but yeah.
But I gotta tell you guys something off air.
Okay.
anyways.
right, yeah, but yeah, like because recently it was. I guess we could talk about it later. Should notate it.
Okay.
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah.
Write it down. You're gonna forget.
I will forget.
Yeah.
That is fact. But I mean, like I said, aliens. I'm very agnostic when it comes to aliens. I
Me
don't
too.
know that they're there. I think it stands to reason that they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Well,
But I don't, and even if that's true, though, I don't know how true it is that they're visiting us.
Yeah.
And
Well-
I mean, there's even theories that what we see as aliens aren't really aliens, but they're time traveling humans.
aliens. Got it.
Time traveling human.
Yeah, like just
Like
that's
Reed
what
Richards?
humans end up evolving
No.
into.
King,
Battlestar
right?
Galactica
King
was
the
kind of
Conqueror.
like that too.
Oh, I never saw
Well,
that.
actually, Battlestar Galactica.
So
What?
getting
That's
into like. I don't care
Ma'am, am
about
I
that.
talking? What the
I don't
fuck?
care about Battlestar
Ma'am,
Galactica.
excuse me,
No,
ma'am.
I just thought
And
about
that-
it. He said time traveling humans.
Go ahead.
So you know those pictures of like those time traveling people? Do you
Yeah.
believe in that?
No,
So you don't believe in time traveling humans then?
What if they're
I mean,
aliens?
the Mandela effect.
I believe in that. Cause
You think you believe in time traveling humans?
No, I believe in that whole weird dimension thing that happened with the Mandela effect.
Oh, y-
Because I feel like I'm from a
2021.
oh,
no,
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I'm from a different dimension because the people that I know now don't remember the same shit that we went through when I was
Oh.
younger. Like there's certain movies, like shit that people don't remember. We're from the same timeline, I think, right?
Because I'm thinking of Megan like it's everybody else that's the problem.
No, I think we're from the same timeline because I brought things up to you and you're like, oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that, you know?
Like what? Now, use an example. We should also make this a show too.
Yeah, I know,
Okay,
I
well,
just
write
wrote
that
it.
down too. Okay.
Yeah,
we
so
won't
we'll
do
talk about
okay,
that,
We'll
yeah.
talk about that later.
So timelines, death, ghosts. Well, ghost is the next one, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm excited.
Okay,
Exciting.
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to. No, Battlestar Galactica was just about like another human race that was created like in a different place though. So like they were
Yeah.
traveling to find a
habitable
like a
planet.
habitable planet, and I think Earth like is like one of their destinations in it. There's also a place called Gattaca or something like that. So that's where I was going with it. And then there's like these alien things that like infiltrate them, but they're also like robots that they're trying to run away from. I think they're called Cylons.
Do you think that there's like another like alien life force out there that are like
that
human, like humanistic?
I think it definitely could be a possibility. You know, like if because that's another thing, right? Like, why is it that we would be the only ones that would look the way that we look? You know,
No,
Who
because
knows,
of
you
our
know?
environment.
Yeah, because of our environment, right? Exactly. But then, what if there's another planet very similar to ours? But you know, again, the galaxy and the universe, everything is so
Expansive.
crazy.
It's
crazy.
enormous.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It's unfathomable.
Even the thought of like two dimensions could be essentially the same thing, right? Like we'd be like alien people to us, we're alien people to them, but we're just from different dimensions that split different directions. I don't know.
Like timelines?
Timeline. Well, not timelines, but remember how we talked about like how like the Big Bang created like two waves?
Yeah.
And that there's a
Yeah,
theory
because
that
there's
we're
that
just
mirror
Yeah.
antimatter version
yeah. So that I mean,
or
so-
anti-time. Yeah, because it's like like time runs backwards in that,
yeah.
and I don't
know.
understand how that works.
Yeah, it's weird. But I was just, who knows? There's a possible. What if they're blue? You know, like
There's
Avatar.
people that exist here.
There's blue that eat too many blueberries.
No, they have
They
like
drowned.
this. No, they have this weird genetic condition. Have
No.
you've never seen them?
I've seen somebody that would eat a lot of blueberries, and
No.
that's why they were
I'll
blue.
show you.
And it
I
was
didn't
like
know
on.
that was a thing.
Yeah, it was something like that
I remember the Magic School Bus when Arnold turned orange.
because of carrots.
He was eating something else, but I think it was a combination of two different foods that turned him orange. It's been like 20 years since I saw this, so
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking about.
That's
it.
Papa Smurf.
He didn't eat too many blueberries. He has a condition that the blood doesn't like oxidize correctly or something like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they're called the Fugates of Kentucky.
I remember people would say that
They're
blood was
aliens.
actually blue,
It's
but
not.
when it touches oxygen, it turns red.
But there's oxygen already in your body, so just
Yes.
throwing that out there.
Science.
Yeah. But no, I just remember that being a thing because when you look at your veins, it looks blue, but it's like, well, you're kind of going through all that stuff, but all right.
We all looked at our veins.
Everybody just collectively looked at their veins.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean it like that.
You
I just
sure
saw
you
Jaime's
don't?
face.
They say that this arm is the best one for me to draw blood from because I don't know. They just said the vein
This
is really
taking a
good.
That's your
weird
pumping
turn.
arm?
Yeah.
This
What?
is taking a weird turn.
And then I have a little mole right here, so it's like this is the target. See, don't do the mole. Just
But the target is meant to be hit.
it's just more of like an what do you call it?
A marker?
A marker. Yeah, yeah. Indicator. I was gonna say indicator. Yeah.
All right.
Aliens. Fascinating.
This went weird. Okay.
This one sells so fast. I mean, do you guys have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, join us next week. We're going to talk about ghosts because Megan has had experiences. And
No,
I'm not allowed
fuck
to
you,
call her a
Jose.
liar.
Fuck you, Jose.
I can't wait for
What?
the ghosts.
They didn't do
I
nothing.
ain't gonna say shit just for I'm not showing up. Fuck this.
I'll pick you up. All right. So, anything else?
Nope. Good.
All right. Have a week.
Bye.
Bye.